Welcome to Dell's Ducks this week again. This is the second one of this season since the preseason started, and tonight we welcome head coach Bill Zamponi and forward Colin Van Huber, a returning veteran. Colin, you, due to work commitments and stuff like that, you didn't get a chance to skate much this summer, but based on the way things went this weekend, it looked like it didn't take you long to get back into game shape.
Yeah, I definitely felt good this weekend, and even at the beginning of training camp. I didn't get to really work out too much or even get on the ice that much this summer because I worked 2 jobs and trying to pay for this. But other than that, I got on the ice the last 2 weeks before training camp, and I definitely feel great.
It came back pretty quick, did it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know if you weren't here on the weekend, Colin got the tying goal against Lewis University that sent the game to overtime. The Ducks eventually won that game in shootout 2-1, and then dropped a close one to Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. And Coach, I know a lot of people that I talked to on the weekend were impressed with the way Colin played as well, including yourself.
Yeah, no, I thought he looked good. I think he put about a week and a half in pretty hard on the ice here before camp when he came out here. So, he's a mature kid that did what he had to do to play hockey and to put himself in a good spot for next year. And that's something that we want all of our guys to be able to do. And Colin's really held himself accountable this summer. And made sure he came in here as ready to go as he could. And it doesn't look like he's missed too much of a beat, that's for sure.
Now, we talked about the tournament a bit last year too. It's a valuable sort of a preseason tool. This year may be a little bit early because you basically started midweek, had maybe 5 or 6 practices with your 2-a-days and everything before getting a chance to go into competition. But I'm sure you learned a lot from the weekend tournament.
Yeah, I think it's always good to get your team against other good competitors, right? So we started on Wednesday, we played on Friday. So we skated twice Wednesday, twice Thursday, once Friday morning, played Friday night, and then played again Saturday morning. So it was a lot in a short period of time, that's for sure. I think it was good. It's like we talked about in the newspaper interview. For me, it's to see the guys that are exhausted physically, mentally, like who's still willing to go through the wall, who's still willing to block shots and do little things and stop on pucks. And so it's it was good for me to see that stuff. I got it on video. I've gone over it a couple times. Now I have to see where guys fall into place. You're going to go down and play a North American League team this weekend for 2 games. It's not really games that you want to experiment with against guys at that caliber.
Right.
So, we're going to try to definitely put our best lineups out there every game. And I think the guys that deserve it will be there for sure.
A little bit different again because, last year I think you had so many returning players that you basically had almost a team in place. You had new players, obviously. They fit in well. But I think that it's all part of like you talked about, the conditioning and the bonding as well, getting some competition in your belt really early.
Yeah, no, it should be good. After everything's over, so we had 2 games this past weekend, we'll have 2 this weekend. We're going to play on Tuesday night here against another team in Wisconsin, and then we'll open up for Friday, Saturday, Sunday against Minnesota Owls in league play. So by the time we hit league, we'll have 5 games under our belt.
Yeah.
So it's important for our guys, and every game's going to get harder and faster. And that's what we want it to be. We got to get these guys adjusted as quick as possible.
Clearly the opposition was tougher this year than it was last year. Same teams, but clearly they've both done some work. Lewis University, I thought, looked really solid. They were just a totally different team this year. They were younger and a lot more serious about the game, I think. And Rapids, obviously, they look in good shape too. Did that come as a surprise at all?
No, I mean, we've talked about this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just with who we are and I guess what our past has been, like, no matter who we play, they're gonna come up and wanna stick it to us, right? So whether it's an exhibition game or a playoff game or their season, we have to hopefully understand that we're gonna get the best effort out of every team. Because of that target per se on our back. So, and our guys will learn, it'll definitely be a process and it'll be fun and it'll be frustrating at the same time. So I think it'll make for good learning experiences for our younger guys to kind of see, they were star guys in their AAA or high school programs to come in and why junior hockey is so tough to do it, consistently day in and day out.
Yeah. Colin, same thing really, I guess. The competition level was obviously much tougher this year. You were there last year. Did that catch you off guard at all? Or was it pretty much expected?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. I wasn't expecting Lewis to be as tough as they were, but I mean we got a lot of shots on goal, but they weren't really quality shots. But other than that, they definitely looked a lot better than they did last year. And Johnny Schwartz obviously being on the team, he definitely woke up that a little bit. And the River Kings, I really was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to be a really young team, scared and timid, but they looked pretty good actually out there.
Yeah. Okay, a couple things. First of all, you did touch on obviously a popular member of last year's team, Johnny Schwartz, playing for Lewis. How weird was that lining up against him? That must have been kind of strange.
Yeah, that was very different. I mean, definitely used to playing with him, not against him. And,
Yeah.
We definitely wish he was back here. But,
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah, he had a great weekend for sure.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, you're a former member of the River Kings. I guess I didn't really play in Stevens Point, but I don't know if there's really any kind of connection with that team at all.
Yeah, not exactly. I mean, obviously they did move from Stevens Point to Rapids and they changed the name. I did play quite a few games actually in Wisconsin Rapids.
Did you?
Yeah, while
Okay.
I was playing with the Saints. But I know that that's definitely going to be a good venue for them. I think that they definitely will enjoy their time out there. It'll be a lot of exposure for them.
Did you feel like the team came together pretty well on the weekend? I mean, obviously, there was some things that you need to work on, like there is with any team at this point. But did you come out of it with pretty much a good feeling?
Oh yeah, I mean I think that this year this team is very skilled. As far as how well we're going to do, it's all going to come down to if everyone buys in and pushing in all these systems, all of that. But, yeah, I think we're pretty good this year.
The success of last year, especially in this part, might have made this a tough place to play for you. There's some high expectations from everybody, including yourself and the players, I guess. You guys don't cotton to losing very well, and Saturday's game was tough, but it was a learning experience, right?
Yeah. No matter if we would have won or lost that game, I mean, just like Lewis, we won that game late, and they're all going to be good learning experiences, especially right now. I mean, that's why we're skimming. We're getting ready to go on for a second practice of the day on the ice, and it's 8:30 p.m. right now. So,
Yeah, right.
We're definitely, I guess throwing these guys through the mill and trying to get everything in order as much as we can. But the game experiences is the thing that you can't really replicate in practice. You try as much as you can. And, hopefully the guys bring the intensity that should be there. But when you're going for 5-6 hours a day, it's not gonna happen. So it's those games are important. Just to learn about what you have in the locker room, kind of. Every year you always say, how you gonna be, or what's it look like, and on paper things look good. And, you just have to look and wait till everything gets in the blender and see how players gel with each other. Who's gonna buy into the team, the family environment that you wanna bring, or if there's individuals in the locker room. And that's what takes some time, it's definitely not gonna happen in, the first 4 or 5 days, so.
No. That's something that you work on quite often, and last year you had some sort of off-ice exercises and expeditions and things like that, specifically built towards building chemistry, and, because I guess there was a lot of returning guys, the team became very tight-knit last year, and that's obviously what the coaches want. One of the things you're doing this year, I know you're practicing tonight, tomorrow morning you're heading out.
We're gonna practice first.
You're gonna practice tomorrow morning?
Yes, sir.
And then you're gonna head out to a local campground for some social time, I guess, just to get together. Billets and boosters are gonna go out there tomorrow night as well, but it just gives you a chance to kind of relax and enjoy each other's company for a day too.
Yeah, it's good. We're gonna do a couple of different, I guess events, I guess you could call them, but
Okay.
just, we're gonna really get to know each other, on a personal level. I think that's important for everybody in the locker room to know where guys come from. We're gonna have some fun, we're gonna have some laughs, we'll be cooking some food and putting some tents up, and God knows how that will go with some of our guys that we have putting tents up, how long it'll take.
That could be one of them exercises
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, so it'll be fun, I'm looking forward to it. I hope the guys are, I think it'll be a great experience, just to kind of get away from the rink for a while.
Yeah.
So, that stuff's needed as well.
Colin, that's one of the observations from last year's team. Almost anybody you talk to says that the team was obviously, we had a really strong chemistry. We did everything as 25 players together, and that's something obviously the coach wants to get to this year. And do you kind of feel that in the works already?
Oh, yeah. I definitely can see guys starting to bond. There's no cliques. Guys are definitely gelling as a whole group, as a family. And I mean, what we had last year was very special. I mean,
Right.
we were a very close family, and I definitely hope that this team this year becomes that close, because that's just going to help on the ice as well.
Yeah, that's obviously very important. After the camping trip, it's just an overnighter, I think.
Yeah.
And then back to work, obviously, on Wednesday for maybe your two toughest games that you'll play this year, but a really good test, sort of taking the team out of their comfort zone a little bit, playing North American Hockey League team, going to Janesville to play the Jets. Obviously a very tough assignment. You did it last year, it went pretty well.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm sure everybody's really looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I always look at this both ways. I mean, if you compete well with them and it's a close game, then it's great, right? I mean, you leave out there with a positive feeling in the team. They can go on a high note. Their confidence is high. And you know what? If they come out and take it to you and the score is really lopsided, for me, it's not a bad thing either. Because, every locker room right now has guys in it that say I should be playing in the North American League. So this is the really, I guess, face-to-face meeting to actually see if this is really where you should be. And, we're very fortunate enough to have that relationship with them, to have them invite us down again this year. It's an honor for us to be able to do that for the whole weekend. And, I mean, like I said, my biggest thing is we'll get us against someone else, a team that has been really built off of players wanting to go there because of their player advancements in the last couple of years. And, that's just a credit to their coaching staff. And, I hope that our guys will take advantage of it. I hope they don't get selfish and realize that, if they play like a team, they'll have a chance to stay within that game and hopefully take it to them for a period, if they're unexpecting it or something, jump on it. But if we go out there and think, this is my time to shine, so I can move up, they're gonna be in deep trouble.
Yeah.
So it's, it's the type of game that you just gonna probably sit back and watch, and you're gonna get a good feed off the players. And, by the time we play the Owls here in our opener, we'll be set. I mean, we'll be, our lines will be in order, our depth chart will be in order, and we'll be knowing what we're looking at, so.
The way I remember it last year, Colin, it seemed like Coach said, that the primary thing for me was just that there was no time to really do anything with the puck. You had to get it and get rid of it. And it seemed like you were, like I said before, they kind of took you out of your comfort zone. You had to really have a quick moving offense if you were going to get anything done. Is that the way you remember it too?
Yeah, it was definitely a high-paced game. It's not like any of the competition that we see, normally, except at that national tournament. But this team is very good, and they got a lot of good skilled players, and they finish all their hits, and they're really fast, very fast. And you definitely don't have as much time and space on the ice as you do normally, and your D step up on you real quick on the boards. And but yeah, I think that it's definitely a different style of play against those guys.
Okay, so after the Janesville game, there may or may not be some more games, or at least one more.
Yeah,
right?
I think we'll be playing Tuesday night here.
That is definite now?
Well,
Okay.
I gotta go over a couple of final things with referees and stuff like that, but, yeah.
So, that's gonna be against the
Wisconsin
Whalers,
Whalers, yeah,
right,
the
from the
NA3.
NA3. So another interesting test going into the NA3 waters to go against, I guess, a team that might be a bit of a rival, although you've never played them before.
Yeah.
So that'll be an interesting one. We'll talk a little bit more about that next week, but if you do want to get details on that game, I'm sure that Coach N is going to be updating the Facebook site that the team has, as well as dellsduckshockey.net. We'll have that kind of information. That's usually kept up to date pretty good. And down the road, if you are interested, the team will be playing its home openers Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I believe it's September 12th to 14th. And if you want to see the team in action, you better come out then, because it'll be a while after that. They were originally scheduled to play the Northern Lights, I believe, in early November, maybe late October. And those games obviously aren't going to be played now. So if you don't catch them on the 12th to the 14th, it'll be a while. So you might want to make plans to be at the Poppy Waterman that weekend, sorry. And anything else you want to add, Coach?
No, I appreciate it. It should be eventful weekend for us, and I'm just trying to make sure that these guys are on the same page.
Right. Well, Coach, I do appreciate your comments again this week, and Colin, I appreciate you coming out. We'll try to be back again next week, and I'll try to get this on Facebook as quick as possible. If you have any comments or anything, you go ahead and make them there. As they say in Slapshot, within the bounds of respectability, I guess, whatever the guy says in the arena. And we'll be back next week, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy.